had to move some chairs in, and obviously we're going to be recognizing a number of students, and that's one of the highlights of the evening for us as we recognize students and staff that are a big part of great things going on in Caldwell County Schools. Well, spring's almost here. Next week we'll be in springtime, and just hope that we don't have, I hate to say this in front of some of these kids, any more snow. But anyway, and glad that everybody's adjusted to the time change. I think personally I like it because you have a little bit more time in the evenings, but nonetheless, thank you for being here. At this time, I'd like to recognize fellow board member Mr. Chris Bumgarner, who's going to do our invocation for the board.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As we pause tonight for a moment of silence, I would like for each of you to remember the family of Landon Campbell, a sophomore from South Caldwell High School who passed away on Wednesday, March the 6th. Landon was described as a kind and considerate young man with an infectious smile that would help people in any way possible. All of his teachers and classmates spoke very highly of him. I ask that tonight, during our moment of silence, that you remember Landon, his family, friends, and all the students and teachers at South Caldwell High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bumgarner. Next, we have two students from Gamewell Elementary School who are going to be doing our Pledge of Allegiance, and we're happy they're here. It is Easton Fitzwater, a kindergarten student at Gamewell Elementary, and his brother, Isaac Fitzwater. He's a second grader, and they are the sons of Remley and Suzanne Fitzwater. They are also, as you can tell from their uniform, members of the Cub Scout Pack 266 in Gamewell. So, gentlemen, if everyone will rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you, Easton, Isaac, for being here. Thank you very much. Next item on our agenda is approval of the agenda, which the board's had opportunity to review. Do I hear a motion at this point that we approve the agenda as presented?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes. Next, we had a work session, and we have minutes from that. And once again, you've had the opportunity to review that. Those are the minutes. What was the date of that work session? The 4th? Okay, minutes from March the 4th. So do I hear a motion we approve the minutes of the work session on March 4th?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we approve the work session minutes from March the 4th as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Questions or comments, corrections? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that motion passes. Next is the approval of the regular session meeting that we had last month. That was on February the 11th. Do I hear a motion that we approve the regular session minutes of our last board meeting?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the minutes of the February 11th regular session meeting as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Once again, any comments, corrections? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to recognize fellow board member Ann Edwards, who has some announcements that may affect a number of you.
It is a pleasure to offer these board announcements on behalf of my colleagues tonight. Since we last met as a board, we have had many opportunities, and they're opportunities that we enjoyed. Some of the activities that various board members have participated in, and my list is probably not all inclusive. You probably have some that you would like to add, but ones that I have mentioned was attendance at the Soil and Water Conservation Banquet, where students were honored, and we had speeches and posters and videos, and county winners were announced. It was a very, very nice event. And we have winners who will be representing us at the district level, and I suspect that Libby will make arrangements for us to honor them in the near future. Many of us participated each time we were asked to go to your schools to read in Read Across America Week. I know that several of their administrative staff was also there and doing reading in our schools. That is a joy. That is a joy to go and to see and to be with the students. Many of us had an opportunity to attend the Etiquette Banquet that middle school students attended. They were members who had completed the youth leadership program in our county. And for those of you who are younger here tonight, that might be something you would aspire to do, because it's an excellent opportunity to learn about our county and the businesses here. I personally attended the all-county choir concert, and I know that several of you did also. Are any of you in here in all-county chorus? If you are, hold up your hand. Is there anyone here that was? That, I can't begin to tell you what a joyous event that was, and to thank you so much for the work. It represented elementary, middle, and high school, and I've been to professional programs that were really, this was equal to that. It was such a joy to see and to hear. And I want to mention to you that I feel that many of us here feel that arts truly do enhance our lives. And so I'm going to talk about some future opportunities that we as a board and that you as parents have an opportunity to attend. And all week long, we're going to have band concerts and performances going on at Lenore Ryan, because these students are in quest for superior ratings. We have the opportunity to attend Kaleidoscope, which is a showcase of the talent in Caldwell County. And I'd like to thank the Education Foundation for the work that they do to promote the Kaleidoscope event. We also have an opportunity for the reception for artists, for young adults at the Arts Council, for elementary in April, and for the middle high also in April. Finally, coming up this week is the Battle of the Books. If you're in elementary school, that's at the Whitnall Pentecostal Church on March 19th, and the elementary one is on March 18th at Oak Hill, but I think I just reversed that. The middle school is at Oak Hill, and the elementary is on the 19th at the Whitnall Pentecostal Church. Our next board session work session is April 4th, and our Board of Education meeting will be April 8th. And finally, we have an opportunity as a complete board to do a walkthrough for all the schools in the South Caldwell District. And that will be on March 25th from 8 to 2:15. At the conclusion of that walkthrough, we will be at Whitnall School, and at 2 o'clock, anyone who would like to can come, and we have an opportunity for a public comment section at that time. So as you can see, this board is committed to education in Caldwell County. We work as hard as we can to attend events and to do things on behalf of you and your children. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Edwards. Dr. Phipps, you have anything to add?
The only thing I would add to that is that the Caldwell County Schools will present Disney's classic Beauty and the Beast, and it's going to be April the 4th through the 6th at the Broy Hill Civic Center. Shows be on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m., and there'll be a 2 p.m. showing on Saturday, the 6th of April. We hope you can come out.
Thank you. Now, the portion of our meeting that I'm sure a lot of you come for, and that is our honors and recognition. The board is going to move down here, and we're going to congratulate those who win awards tonight. And I'm going to call on our Director of Public Relations, Mrs. Libby Brown, to lead us in this part of the agenda.
Good evening, Chairman Pennell, Vice Chairman Branch, board members, and Dr. Phipps. We are delighted to see this crowd here this evening to support our students who will be recognized and honored by you for their achievements. And we're going to start out with our Education Center Art Gallery, which is a treat for us here at the Education Center and all of the administrators and teachers who come in and out of this facility. So we're going to recognize our artists first in the audience. We're going to start with Hudson Elementary School, and Emily Aldeco is the art teacher. So if Emily would like to come up and help the art student. Jenna Griffin, second grade from Hudson Elementary School. If you're here, if you'll come up, let's get started. Colby Kaiser. Colby is a fourth grader. Colby Kaiser. Millie Land is a kindergarten student. And you can see their beautiful artwork on display as they're coming up. Millie Land, kindergarten. And McKenna Marley. McKenna is a third grader at Hudson Elementary School. We do have a student out sick this evening. Cartiana? Yeah, okay. And she is out sick, and so is the principal. He has a daughter out sick this evening. So our thoughts are with them, Adam Windmiller and the other art student. Would you like to do Hudson Middle with these Hudson Elementary students? Or? Okay, I think we have enough room to do Hudson Middle School. Julia Lovett is the principal, and Kelly Woody is the art teacher. So if you guys would like to come up. Hope Hendren. Hope is an 8th grader at Hudson Middle School. Colin Mikrowski. Colin is a 7th grader. Hunter Miller, 8th grader at Hudson Middle School. Megan Seeds. Megan is a 7th grader at Hudson Middle School. And our final student from Hudson Middle School is Romeo Yang. Romeo is an 8th grader, so we are very proud of these students and teachers. You've done an excellent job. So I think we'll have a photo now. Here's Josh. And parents, please, if you'd like to take a picture, now's the time to get your photos.
Everybody go down this way so we get a picture.
One more. I think I see one more camera up.
All right, great job, congratulations.
And we have Sawmills Elementary students in our Education Art Gallery. Courtney Wright is the principal, and I know Mrs. Wright is here. And Brad Wright is the art teacher. If you'd both like to come forward, please, and help your students. Marley Childress. Marley is a fourth grader at Sawmills Elementary. Phoenix Holler. Phoenix is a kindergartner. Right? Addison Parlier. Addison is a first grader at Sawmills Elementary. Lily Sutton. Lily Sutton is a third grader. And Macy Taylor. Macy is a second grader, so. Very proud of this group. So, you want to hold up, this is our final group, if you want to put them in the middle.
Y'all want to move down this way? Somebody come right on down here. Down a little bit more. Right in through.
We're going to turn our attention from art to archery. The Hudson Middle School archery team is number 1 in the state of North Carolina. They won the state championship at the National Archery in Schools program called NASP competition and will compete this May at the national tournament scheduled in Louisville, Kentucky. The team scored 3,137 points to claim the state championship title, a first for Hudson Middle School in only its second year of competing. So, second year, and they're already ranked number 1. This championship team is coached by Bill Knight, former Caldwell County Schools PE teacher, and assistant coach Clint Joplin, the ISS instructor at Hudson Middle School, and a bus driver. So coaches, why don't you come on up? And I think you have some hardware with you. Okay. So I'm going to call the names of the team members and just come up as your name is called, and then you can point out actually who is here, okay? Okay. You want to bring your wife up? So congratulations to the state champion team from Hudson Middle School. As I call your name, please come forward. Easton Harris. Yes, he is the number 1 boy in the state. John Spears. Abby Clark. She's the number 1 girl in this state. Perseus Stringeld. Perseus Stringeld. Trina Hurtado. Hugo Martinez. Malia Lawing. Deuce Eldrith. Dylan Lovelace. Kent Bird. Jesse Jones. Alex Martin. Bryson Ginwright. Lily Honeycutt. Kelsey Kazaya. Seth Hensley. Lauren Harris. Trinity Hicks. Emma Moore. Ethan Saratin. Finley Young. Bailey Creech. And Piper Cable. And Principal of Hudson Middle School, Julia Lovett. So, now you wonder where all these people came from tonight. So, congratulations to this championship team, Hudson Middle School Archery Team, North Carolina State Champions. So we're going to get a picture somehow, some way. We're going to have to all move back here.
We have any extra policy? About 6.
And all of these children, all of these archers qualify for the national competition, which is pretty incredible within itself too. They all qualify for the nationals. Okay. We have another championship team we'd like to recognize. So parents, if you'll please stay and stay here for our students so we can honor them. They're all very deserving, and we have 2 more honors and recognitions. So if you'll please stay and recognize all of our students here in the Caldwell County Schools. A number of those middle school students began their interest in archery at Bayton Elementary School. Congratulations to the Bayton Elementary Archery Team, which placed 2nd in the state in the elementary division at the NASP tournament. So, the Bayton Elementary Archery Team is coached by Bayton Elementary PE teacher Colt Kell and instructional assistant for PE Pam Walker. about a third of your team here? Or all of them? Okay, we have 5 of our elementary team members here, so I'm going to go through all of their names, and then we'll just give them a big round of applause at the end, okay? Audrey Ibera. Ava Duncan. As I call your name, if you're here, come on up. Then we're going to give you a big round of applause. Aiden Gilbert. Brinley Lewis. Brooklyn Hartley. Kaylee Burnett. Cheyenne Britton. Emma Michael. Gracie Abernathy. Jacob Gurley. Jamin Dula. Jackson Hall. Carly Howell. Katie McCall. Keegan Brown. Lane Gross. Macy Hartley. Michaela Cook. Morgan Hensley. Myers Judd. Noah Bolden. Scott Stevens. Tori Fulton. And Trinity Key. So, the Baton students, Morgan Hensley and Andrea Ibarra, qualify as ranked 9 and 10 out of the state to go to the national competition. And they are ranked first and second in the ranking of 4th grade girls in the state. So that was a very tough competition. So Jamin Dula posted the highest individual score with 240 points. So sounds like we're going to have another national championship team and some national winners to recognize in a couple of months. Jason Tiefteller is the principal at Baton Elementary School.
He's sick.
He's sick. It's that we're still not over that cold and flu bout here in Caldwell County, but he's very supportive of this team, very proud of them, went down with you to the statewide competition, and now it's time for a photo. If parents, if you'd like to get photos of your archers here. Congratulations, Archers. We're pulling for you all the way at Nationals. You and Hudson Middle School. So we're going to turn our attention now to some high school honors. Congratulations to the Caldwell County High School winners at the North Carolina Beta Convention. The National Beta Club believes that exemplary student effort and achievement should be encouraged and rewarded, while seeking to cultivate the ideals of service and leadership in our citizens of tomorrow. It's our pleasure tonight to recognize some of the outstanding achievements of our Beta Club students, starting with the South Caldwell High School Club, which is led by Of course, this is a familiar name to you because we recognize this club every year. Jonathan Hass. He is the Beta Club sponsor since 2001, and he has been officially installed as the North Carolina State Beta sponsor. A big honor for him and a big honor for us. So Jonathan Hass, please come forward. And students from South Caldwell, as I call your name, please come forward for your certificate. Rachel Krippner, first place in on-site painting. Justice Kirkpatrick, third place in language arts. Sarah Arnold, fourth place in science. Gretchen Hughes, fourth place in social studies. Sophie van de Horst, first place in math. What?
They're in driver's ed.
Oh, they're in driver's ed. Those important things that have to be accomplished. Jane Holler, fifth place in math. And I know Thad Smith is principal, and I know you're very proud of them. You want to come up and join your group of Beta students? We also have several from High Brighton High School, and they are deserving of our recognition this evening. The sponsor there is Shauna Greeno and Meredith Hall Wright. So if any of those are here this evening, I'm not sure. Okay. So Chloe Bollington, first place language arts. John Pezzi, first place science. Fabiola Uceda, second place Spanish. Mason Smith, second place social studies. And Joe Watson placed fourth in math, but he is practicing for Beauty and the Beast that the superintendent announced earlier. So our students are very involved, and we're so proud of what you have done with Beta at the state level. And guess what? You get to compete at the national level. So we're pulling for you. So let's congratulate them. And in the scene? Yeah, picture time. Let's give them another round of applause. Congratulations. And parents, thank you for being here tonight and supporting your children. This is really a testament to their success. We know why they're so successful in school is because of your support. So thank you for being here this evening.
Again, thank you for being here, and certainly you can stick around for our business session. But now would be an appropriate time if you have dinner waiting or homework or something along that line. Again, have a good rest of the year to all our students. What's that? Oh, ACT tomorrow. Well, hey.
Picture around the flag. Josh, you get a real quick picture around the flag with him?
Could I get the Cub Scouts that did the pledge? Come here real quick. If you go over to the flag real quick. I'll take a picture there.
recognize you.
Yes.
I need to move.
Good job.
Okay. Well, we got Peyton and Hudson, we got Sam. Probably half a dozen at least.
Thanks for coming back in.
Make that announcement.
Sure. Yep.
We've cleared out quite a few folks, but I wanted to recognize we still have a group. Mr. Ramsey's civics class from West Caldwell is here, and we're going to have an opportunity to interact with you all as we get a little bit further in, but thank you all for being here.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is public comment. And as of 3:30 this afternoon, we do not have any, so we'll move along with our agenda. And I recognize Associate Superintendent Dr. Jeff Church.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Phipps, I have 5 items for your approval tonight. Exhibit A is a resolution concerning the sublease of Walker Stadium. With this sublease, the resolution to be placed on 30-day comment period, I'm sorry. This resolution will allow the Oilers to sublease the Walker Stadium to Caldwell Community College for their baseball team. I recommend the approval as presented.
Do I hear a motion that we place the resolution concerning the subleasing of Walker Stadium for a 1-month comment period? Is there a motion?
I move that we place the resolution concerning the sublease of Walker Stadium on the 30-day comment period.
Second.
Any comments or questions? Anyone?
Okay, thank you.
We haven't voted yet. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Now.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry. Exhibit B is recommendation of award for Granite Falls Middle School. It brings me great pleasure to bring this letter to you. This has been 20 years in the making. I respectfully request that you approve this recommendation of award to Hickory Construction Company contingent upon the successful financing of the project.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the recommendation of award to Hickory Construction Company based on the satisfactory conclusion with the bank and getting the loan? Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion that we approve the bid for Hickory Construction Company.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there comments or any questions of Dr. Church? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. As part of that project and as part of the financing package, we have to use the property there as collateral. So Exhibit C is a resolution approving the conveyance of certain property to the County of Caldwell, North Carolina, for the purpose of financing the construction, improvement, and equipping of a public school facility and leasing such facility to the board, requesting the county to provide for such financing and approving a lease and agency agreement in connection therewith. That's a mouthful. I respectfully request to approve the resolution as presented.
And thank you, Dr. Church, for saying all that. Do we have a motion to approve the resolution as presented by Dr. Church?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we approve the resolution approving the conveyance of property as discussed by Dr. Church.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we got any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. Switching projects. This is the performance contracting project, and Exhibit D is a recommendation of award for the performance contracting, and I recommend the approval of the performance contracting recommendation of award contingent upon the successful financing of the project.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we approve the resolution as announced by Dr. Church?
I move that we approve the performance contracting recommendation as presented by Dr. Church.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Now we're switching projects again, back to Granite Falls. Exhibit E is a form of agreement, and this agreement is basically, it's similar to our lottery application, but this is agreeing that we are going to accept a $15 million grant from the state, and upon approval tonight from our board, this will go for approval for our commissioners as well. So I respectfully request the approval of the form of agreement as presented.
Do I hear a motion we approve the performance motion as made by Dr. Church?
Granite Falls Middle School.
I'm
I think I
sorry.
misspoke. Granite
Granite
Falls
Falls
Middle
Middle
School, form
School.
of agreement.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we approve the Granite Falls Middle School form of agreement as presented by Dr. Church.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Church. Appreciate it. Next, we would like to call Dr. Bill Griffin, Assistant Superintendent for Human Relations.
Chairman Pennell, Vice Chairman Branch, members of the board, Dr. Phipps, I have before you Category 7, Human Resources, Usual and Customary Informational Items. These items are for your information and do not need a motion for approval at this time. Are there any questions about those? Okay, thank you. Moving forward, Category 7B, Human Resources, Usual and Customary Action Items. Respectfully request approval of the attached items as presented.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the Human Resource Services usual and customary items as presented?
I move that we approve the human resources usual and customary items as presented.
Second.
I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great, thank you very much. And also, under Category 7, Section C, Human Resources, Usual and Customary Action Items, before you is the substitute list. Respectfully request a motion to approve the Human Resources, Usual and Customary Action Items as presented.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the Human Resource Services usual and customary action items as presented by Dr. Griffin?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the Human Resource Services usual and customary action items substitute list as presented.
Is there a second?
Second the motion.
Any comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great, thank you very much. Also this evening, Category 8, Human Resources, Student Transfers. These are your March board transfers for 2019 through 2020. As you can see, we have a total transfer request of 1,269. Transfers being recommended for board approval are 1,237. Transfers not recommended for board approval are 32, which brings that total for 1920 to 1,237. Respectfully request approval of the March board transfers for 1920 school year.
Do I hear a motion we approve the March board transfers for 2019-20?
I'll make the motion we approve the March transfers for 2019 and 20.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that motion passes.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Griffin. Next, we have Director of Finance, Mr. David Johnson.
Mr. Chairman, board members, Dr. Phipps, I have item number 9A, budget amendment number 10. It's for the State Public School Fund. It's in the amount of $101,942. It's a reduction in teacher allotment for North Carolina Virtual Public School SureUp. It's additional allocations for developmental day funds. It's in the amount of $101,942. Budget amendment number 11 is for the Federal Grants Fund. It's a reduction of $1,080. PRC 108, Student Services Support Academic Growth. These two budget amendments are approved tonight as submitted. It'll bring our total budget for Caldwell County Schools to $121,786,133.76. I'd like to request these be approved as submitted.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the state and federal budget amendments as presented by Mr. Johnson?
I move that we approve the budget amendments as have been presented by Dr. Johnson.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions about either of these amendments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much, there, Mr. Johnson. We appreciate it. This time, I'd like to turn it over to our superintendent, Dr. Don Phipps.
First item 10A is to ask for your approval to put Board Policy 3420, which is student promotion and accountability, up for 1 month comment period.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we place the board policy 3420 for a 1 month comment period?
Make the motion to place board policy 3420 on a 1 month comment period.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions at this point? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes.
Item 10B is Board of Education Policy Revision. This is asking for approval for Board Policy 4150. This deals with our transfer and student assignment. This policy has gone through quite a bit of work, and I have shared with folks, I expect there to be other iterations of this as we go through our new transfer process with our window of open window for transfers, that we may need to come back and clean up some things or tighten up language. We need to go through the process a year to have a good period of feedback. But I'm asking for approval tonight, and we can move forward with that.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the revisions to board policy 4150 on school assignment?
I move that we approve the revisions to board policy 4150 as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Item 10C is the approval of the 2019-20 traditional school calendar. The only difference in this from what you saw earlier was we added 2 color codes for early release days on the day that we leave for our Christmas break and then the last day of school. But all the other information on the calendar remains the same.
So we're doing the traditional?
Traditional.
Okay. Do I hear a motion that we approve the 2019-2020 traditional school calendar as the board's had opportunity to review it? Is there a motion?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we approve the 2019-2020 traditional school calendar as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions?
What day will graduation be?
It'll be the Saturday that comes.
6th.
I don't have that calendar up in front of me.
The 6th.
It should be that Saturday. Let me look and see.
Mm,
June the 6th.
6th.
June 6th.
Yes.
Any other questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes.
Item 10D is the 2019-2020 Caldwell Early College High School and Caldwell Career Center Middle College calendar. Again, same thing, we added the colors to indicate early release dates at the same points. I'd like to seek your approval.
Motion to approve the 2019-2020 Caldwell Early College High School and Caldwell Center Middle College calendars for the next school year.
I move that we approve the next year's early and middle college calendars as presented.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Is there any comments on that calendar? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes.
Our next item, I'm asking the board to approve a resolution that will communicate the desire of the Caldwell County Board of Education to terminate the lease agreement that we have with the Patterson School Foundation Incorporated at the Patterson School where our science center is located. The resolution would direct me to communicate that intent. In accordance to language in our current agreement, we're required to give a 180-day notice for such action. This notice would mean that we would remain in that facility until September 2019. I want to stress that this request is based on our budget and our attempts to examine all costs and expenses as we move forward. The members of the Patterson Board have been very supportive of our work, and I consider them strong and reliable partners. I cannot tell you at this point what the immediate plans are for the Science Center, but we will likely have a temporary location before a permanent solution is determined. We will be looking at Caldwell County Schools property to avoid cost and to make the services of the Science Center more convenient for all stakeholders in our county. I'll be meeting with the Science Center staff tomorrow to discuss next steps. And we have the resolution. Mr. Chairman, if you'd like me to read that.
Sure.
This is a resolution concerning the termination of lease with Patterson School Foundation Incorporated. Whereas the Board of Education entered into a lease with Patterson School Foundation Incorporated on or about February the 4th, 2012, whereby the Board of Education leased from Patterson School Foundation Incorporated certain real properties and improvements located thereon. And whereas the Board of Education now wishes to terminate the aforementioned lease as soon as possible by providing 180 days advanced written notice thereof to Patterson School Foundation Incorporated pursuant to subsection 2 of the lease. Whereas the Board of Education wishes for the aforementioned lease to be terminated effective 180 days after written notice thereof is provided to Patterson School Foundation Incorporated. Therefore, pursuant to Section 2 of the April 4th, 2012 lease between the Caldwell County Board of Education and Patterson School Foundation Incorporated, the Caldwell County Board of Education directs the superintendent to provide written notice to Patterson School Foundation Incorporated that the Caldwell County Board of Education will terminate the lease effective 180 days after written notice of said termination is provided to Patterson School Foundation Incorporated.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the resolution to terminate the lease with the Patterson School Foundation with a 180-day notice?
I'll make the motion to approve the resolution to terminate the lease.
Is there a second?
Second.
Anyone have any questions or comments? Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Is that it?
That's all I have, yes, sir.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is we're going into closed session. Let me ask the students back there, are y'all going to stick around till after closed session? Probably won't take too long. Okay. Okay, do I hear a motion that the board goes into closed session?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we go into closed session to discuss confidential personnel matters pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-31811A1 and North Carolina General Statute 115C-321, and to consult with the board attorney and preserve the client attorney privilege regarding such issues.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And we are going to be in closed session. We will try to make it as quick as we can so we can get back. And we do want to get a picture with all those students over here in the corner before we leave tonight.
And there's Chris Bummer. The first one, there was Daryl Patterson, Daryl Patterson, Tim Hawkins, and Chris Yes, he supports it. Then it's Tim Hawkins, and then Chris Bummer. Here, since the 1980s. I missed a few. You need to come back more often for this. Thank you so much, Liza. Bye-bye.
Hey, guys, how are y'all? Good, good. What grade? Seniors, all right. Ramsey's class? Yeah. Picked a good one to come to. It was busy. Yeah. What's been the biggest surprise? If anything. Didn't realize they had archery. Did you go through that? Yeah. Yeah, they started that.
District is not gonna supplement that cost.
That's many stick figures.
So that's gonna be a little bit more on schedule for the school side.
Thank you guys for coming.
Conference together.
Good equipment, I mean, it's, they have, it's just space that's being used. Yeah.
They were in there, did you have a chance to answer all their questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, well then we can move on.
I guarded your seat. More importantly.
Any of the students have any questions? Yes, go ahead.
After all this is over, may I please get a picture of in the seat up there?
See, I wasn't kidding. I was guarding your seat. I was Sergeant of Arms.
Anything else? Okay, really what we'd like for you to do, we're gonna take a picture over in this corner, and we'd like for you to come out and pass by the microphone, tell us your name and what year you are. We all know you're at West Caldwell, so if you'll do that for us, we'll get the picture and be on our way. Well, as a matter of fact, we could probably go ahead and adjourn. Excuse me just a second here. We need to do one more item of official business. No, you're good. Do I hear a motion we adjourn? And a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And we are adjourned now. Thank you.
My name is Destiny Boyd, and I'm a 12th grader.
Very good.
Dusty, tell me what you plan to do next year.
I think I'm going to go to the community college for 2 years and then transfer out. I want to go to Western, but I either want to be a nurse anesthesiast or I want to do something in orthodontist.
Thank you. Good
My
luck.
name's Stephanie Martin, and I'm a senior.
Can you tell us to what you aspire?
I'm
And
going to the community college for 2 years and taking paralegal classes, and I plan to transfer and become a lawyer. My name's Caitlin Olive. I'm a 12th grader. I got a softball scholarship to go to Columbia College in South Carolina. And I'm majoring in
Congratulations.
criminal justice.
Good job.
and you play softball now at West?
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
My name is Zachariah Illaby. I'm a 12th grader, and I plan on going to Winston-Salem State and majoring in psychology.
My name is Brandon Reed. I'm a 12th grader as well. I plan on going to Lise McRae for theater education with a special needs concentration, and then hopefully going to CCNTI for my event planning. So.
Good.
I'm Akela Walton. I'm a senior. I plan to go to UNCA and study in neuroscience and epidemiology.
My name is Brianna Swanson. I'm a 12th grader. I plan to go to CCC for a couple years. Yes.
My name's Brandon Wyatt. I'm a 12th grader, and I plan to go to Western Carolina for 4 years to study mechanical engineering.
Wow.
My name is James Blythe. I'm also a 12th grader, and I plan on going to CCC, NTI, and to do my prerequisites, and then transfer over to NC State for computer engineering.
Hi, my name is Jaden Kincaid, and I'm going to UNC Charlotte for computer programming.
I'm Allison Gentry. I'm in 12th grade, and I'm going to go to the community college for 2 years and then transfer, and I want to own my own business.
You're here to keep everybody in line, aren't you?
Yeah, I was just transportation for a student, but Josh was
Okay.
Caldwell, English.
Very good.
Thank you.
I knew you were West. All right, we're gonna move over here and get a picture with the group.